She stood at the edge of the world with nothing but a backpack and a brave heart. Behind her, the familiar. For generations, solo travel was seen as a daring adventure, but for women it's often painted as reckless, even dangerous. So the question echoes louder than ever. Is solo female travel safe? Or is the world still too wild a place for women to roam freely? In this exploration, we dive beyond fear and freedom into the real stories, risks, and rewards of solo female travel. One continent, one journey, and one bold woman at a time. It often begins in the quiet, in the hush of an overworked mind, in the corner of a coffee shop, or late at night beneath the soft glow of your phone screen, watching reels of women alone on mountaintops, dancing in desert wines, sipping tea in faraway lands. Something stirs, an ache, a pull. What if I did it? The thought is equal parts thrilling and terrifying. Could I really travel the world alone? This is not just a travel guide, a torch in the dark and a hand on your shoulder. 10. The fear that comes first, and why it's not your fault. Fear is often the first emotion a woman feels when she thinks about traveling alone. Not because the world is inherently evil, but because she's been taught to be small. From childhood, girls are raised to be careful of men, of strangers, of cities after dark. We're told to hold our keys like weapons and share our location with friends. So when you even think about stepping onto a plane with no one beside you, that fear comes flooding in. But here's the truth most people won't say out loud. Yes, the world can be dangerous, but so is staying still. So is giving up your dreams because of a threat that may never come. 9. Breaking the cage. Understanding what safety really means. We often confuse safety with certainty. But safety isn't about removing all risk. It's about preparing for it, understanding it, and then choosing anyway. There is no such thing as perfect safety, not at home, not abroad. It means knowing which neighborhoods to avoid in a new city, how to use transportation systems, and learning the cultural nuances of each place you visit. But it also means knowing yourself. It means choosing accommodation that makes you feel secure, walking with confidence even when you're unsure, and trusting your instincts, because they've been honed by generations of women who learn how to survive and thrive. 8. The world isn't waiting to hurt you. It's waiting to surprise you. Turn off the news. Mute the voices that only speak of danger. Because for every horror story, there are thousands of untold miracles, of kindness offered without expectation of strangers. The world, contrary to popular belief, is not made of shadows. It is made of light. Solo female travelers across the globe have found laughter, healing, and beauty in places that were warned against. So often, the most dangerous thing about a place is how it changes you, for the better. 7. Choosing your first step, the gentle gateways. Not all journeys begin with backpacking through war zones or sleeping in jungle huts. For many women, the journey starts with gentle places, destinations that are safe, social, and simple to navigate. Think of Bali, where cafes overflow with solo women journaling between yoga sessions. Think of Portugal's pastel coastlines, where locals greet you like an old friend. Think of Japan's silent trains and immaculate streets, or the lush green of Costa Rica, where waterfalls roar louder than your worries. These places become classrooms. They teach you how to be alone without being lonely, how to navigate a foreign land without fear, how to rely on yourself. And once you master these spaces, you start to hunger for more cultures, more languages, more of you. 6. The unspoken codes, street smarts over stereotypes. There are rules, yes, not rules of submission, but rules of wisdom. Walk like you know where you're going. Keep your bag close in crowded areas. Don't share too much with strangers on a train. Trust the locals who feel like grandmothers, and be wary of men who feel like actors. Over time, you develop a traveler's sixth sense, a gut that tightens when a situation isn't right, a calm that settles in when everything's okay. This is how women navigate the world, not as victims, but as warriors wrapped in scarves and sunblock, carrying stories in every step. 5. When the world looks at you differently. There's a strange thing that happens when you walk through the world as a woman alone. In some places, you're a curiosity. In others, you're an anomaly. Sometimes you're met with admiration. Other times with confusion or judgment. But with each stair, you become stronger. You learn that being different isn't something to fear, it's something to own. You become an ambassador for the millions of women who will come after you, and a reminder to the world that women have the right to roam. 4. The weight you leave behind. Somewhere between your first hostel check-in and your first solo hike, something shifts. The weight of expectation starts to fall away. You stop apologizing for your presence. You begin to exist for yourself and no one else. You eat when you're hungry, sleep when you're tired, stay longer if a place feels right, or leave without explanation if it doesn't. You become fluent in your own rhythm. 3. Real dangers and how to face them. Let's not pretend the world is perfect. Unwanted attention can be exhausting. But here's the crucial thing. You are not helpless. Carry a doorstop alarm for sketchy rooms. If a bus feels wrong, get off. If a person makes you uncomfortable, walk away. You owe no one your time, your smile, or your politeness if you feel unsafe. And when you face fear with action, fear begins to lose its grip. 2. The things you'll gain. You'll gain more than photos, more than stories. You'll gain yourself. You'll learn how to eat alone without shame. You'll learn how to solve problems in unfamiliar languages. You'll sit on a rooftop in Morocco or a lakeside bench in Slovenia and realize, I did this. You'll find parts of yourself that were silenced back home. The curious girl, the brave one, the wildly alive one. And maybe, just maybe, you'll realize you never needed permission in the first place. 1. So, is it safe? It's the question that always comes first, whispered by friends, mourned by family, and echoed in your own thoughts when the lights go out and your ticket's already booked. Solo female travel isn't a fairy tale free of challenge. It's a real, raw adventure that teaches you to read a room without words. But you'll also discover sunsets you'd never have seen if you waited for someone to come with you. Because you'll come back not just with stories, but with strength. And once you know that kind of power, you'll never settle for less again. In the end, safety isn't just about where you go. It's about how you go. Whether walking the lantern-lit streets of Kyoto or navigating a night train through Eastern Europe, solo female travel demands a mix of intuition, preparation, and confidence. For every warning, there's a warm smile. For every risk, a reward. After all, the world was never meant to be explored from the sidelines. If this inspired you, don't forget to like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more real travel stories and tips from around the globe.